Good morning from El Retiro, Colombia. My name is Ian. Welcome back to ExpatCrib. Today, I'm going to take you on I won't say it's our final episode in Oriente, but I'm in my hometown of Retiro, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of the outskirts of Retiro. We will probably be visiting some of the other towns in the future, like in the first episode when we went to Carmen. Carmen's one of my favorite towns, but today in this, and again, I won't say final episode, we will add more episodes in the future, but I have a few videos coming up that I need to do in between, so that's what I'm going to do. But today, we're in my beautiful hometown of El Retiro, and we're going to do a river walk into the Pueblo, just so you guys can see the outskirts of El Retiro. All right, here we go. So we're going to start at the river, because the river runs through it. It runs through El Retiro. One of the reasons why I love this Pueblo slash soon to be city, because of the surrounding nature and the river that runs through the Pueblo. So, as I said, we are on the outskirts of El Retiro, but we're really close to town. So we're gonna walk it in, but I just want to show you here all the nature, and we are actually just across from a new development called Argentina, which is massive, but they've done a really good job of protecting the nature around here. I think this field actually belongs to them too. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but the Argentina project, I believe they have up to 8 to 12 buildings, and just on the other side they have townhouses. So this is a really beautiful project, and it's been developing for the last, I want to say, 5 to 6 years. We're just going to cross over here again. This is one of my favorite areas of El Retiro because of the surrounding nature. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm living in a fantasy here. This topography, which I love so much, sometimes doesn't even seem real. It's just so beautiful. Later, as we do a walk down the river here, you're going to see guys, I saw them on the way up here, mining for gold in this river. And on Sunday afternoons, you see people fishing for trout. I guess it'd be river trout or tilapia, I'm not sure, but you see them fishing in the river here. So I just want to pan around to the nature here. Absolutely gorgeous. So, and again, on the weekends, you'll see right there a lot of mountain bikers in this area. It's kind of a mecca for mountain biking. All right, so let's keep going. I actually like their sign too. They've done one of the nicest signs I've seen for any of the communities here. La Argentina. All right, we're going to walk into town. But surrounding this area, there's a lot of new projects going in. Again, as I've said in some of the other videos, towns like La Ceja are super beautiful too, and have more shopping facilities and things like that. Those things, I believe, will be coming to Retiro, but there are some other places, like I said, like La Ceja, they have their own shopping mall. But one of the main features of Retiro is the fact that it's so close to Medellín. 30 minutes to Las Palmas. Very, very close. It's the bedroom city for the people of Medellin. A lot of families, young people have moved up here. A lot of retirees. Again, this town is known as a retirement area, but it's very similar. The Vancouver people who watch this will understand. I used to live in a town or city called Richmond, where the airport is, and in the 80s a lot of people moved from Richmond or Vancouver out towards White Rock, where my family is now. And it's kind of the same deal here. White Rock was considered back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s a place where you used to go on the weekend. And it's kind of like the same in Retiro. But Retiro is becoming a bedroom city for Medellin. And you can see why. Super clean. While I was coming up here, there was a garbage truck. And they weren't just picking up garbage from people's homes. They were stopping along the road and picking up garbage. So really good municipality here. I give a lot of praise to the former mayor and the mayor that's here right now. They're really trying to make it a beautiful place. Well, it already is a beautiful place, as you can see. But preserving the nature here, they do a really good job. You can see up there, there's a sign, development going in this city. They're only allowed to build 5-story buildings maximum at this time. There's a thing here they call the POT, which is, I believe, 7 years, correct me if I'm wrong, up to 7 years of planning, and nothing can be done until 7 years till they change the city planning POT again. So, but again, what I love about Retiro is, again, the maximum limit of 5 stories, so they don't destroy the skyline. There are some other smaller places or municipalities, one I won't mention. I think it's a suburb of Rio Negro, and they put high-rises right by the Pueblo, which not a big fan of. Again, the area out there is really beautiful, but yeah, not a fan when they put high-rises in the beautiful Pueblo. But this road, just so you guys know, goes way back out that way, and a lot of people run this road. Super safe in this area. And again, this wasn't scripted, but this is kind of normal here. Love the horses in this community. Again, look at this, just breathtaking. As always, I'll put chapters in so you guys can skip ahead, but pretty much everything on the walk today is beautiful. And again, just love how everything grows here. Wildflowers everywhere. Today, the city is sponsoring I believe it's a 3-kilometer run. So that's why a lot of this is blocked off. What they're doing all along the river in the city, and I saw this done in Medellin when I first came to Medellin, is they are fixing the river. Some of the river banks that cave in, they're rehabilitating the river, and I believe they're going to rehabilitate. They've got a pathway along the river they built years ago out of rock, and they're rehabilitating all that area. So right here is actually the school that they built a few years ago. They have a school in the center of town, but I believe this one, not exactly sure, someone again can correct me in the comments. I believe this is a middle school or high school, so please inform me in the comments section. And again, if you guys ever have comments, things you want to see, I can't cover everything, but I try my best to cover things that I believe that people want to see. So, and then over here is the main sports field. All this is being redone for all the projects like Argentina, back from where we started. Again, if you follow that road right there, it leads right into the Pueblo, but we're going to do the river walk right here just because it's so beautiful. Again, one last look here at the valley. And if anyone's interested in the project in Argentina, just contact us. We have the people's number at the sales center. We can coordinate things for you, again, because that's what we do, help people find their happy place abroad. And lately we've been working with a lot of Colombians that are coming home from United States or Canada for one reason or another. One of our most common clientele right now are Colombians coming home. And we get a lot of nice comments, especially people stating that, again, I've been here for 15 years, so I know the good, the bad about this country, but again, mainly good. It's obviously a developing country, and some of the countries in the West seem to be in decline, too expensive for a lot of people. I totally get it. I still love my home country of Canada. Again, we have warts to work out, I'm sure, but as everything got more expensive and everyone got more money, the middle class came up, everything got more expensive. It's kind of the way the world works. Again, don't like to get political here. I'm very much a live and let live person. Do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't go against the law or hurt other people. Kind of my philosophy. Look at the nature here. Absolutely stunning. Again, as I said, we're going to do a river walk. Try and hug the river as much as I can. It's funny because I was a teacher in Vancouver. I resigned around 2010, 2012. I have to look back now. I think officially 2012, but I started living on and off here in Colombia from 2010. And That's the sports field over there, but I remember one of the schools that I worked at was Falls Creek Elementary. And what I loved about working at Falls Creek Elementary was that the views just outside our windows in the school were stunning. City sideline views with the ocean right in front of us. So man, if you can swing it and buy a place up in the hills or around here, what an office space you would have. Absolutely stunning. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a bunch of guys panning for gold over that way right now. We might see it further downriver. This country is so beautiful with so many natural resources. There's literally areas here. One of my friends has a property in Cocorna. I'll see if I can dig up the video evidence, but I remember going there and literally on the sand you could see specks of gold all over the sand. I think people have gone through his property since, but yes, gold still exists in the rivers here and in other places in Colombia. And they get a lot of their sand from the river here. I see guys digging up when the river gets high, digging up the sand all the time here. Again, just over here is the city. So there are homes just in behind here. This land is so full of natural beauty, and I think for many, many, many years, people kind of took it for granted. But now, not so much. I think they're starting to catch on to see what they have here. Buenos días. Just off in the distance there, you can see a guy panning for gold. Let's get a little closer. Retiro is the town of gold. Golden vistas and literally gold in the river. As you can see him digging up right there. We continue. I had to take a short break there. As you can see, we're right in town, right here. That's it. More guys digging for gold. And again, you can see this is a animals lovers community here. They probably have 10 to 15 pet stores in this city. So if you have a pet, this is the place. So today is one of the rare, for me, overcast days. I've been here 15 years and probably less than 10 days, less than 2 hands of gray days. Again, the sun was out this morning. It always makes an appearance, except for maybe 8 to 9 days since I've lived here, like I said, in the last 15 years. Beautiful little homes right there along the river. Again, this is not what you say only in Retiro. There's so many towns with so many beautiful rivers running through, waterfalls, amazing topography. But what makes Retiro special is, again, being only 20 to 25 minutes from the airport and 30 minutes to the city of Medellín, 30 to 35. And then you're even closer to Envigado. You're only maybe 15 minutes away from the zone of Envigado, not the city of Envigado, that's a lot further, but the municipality of Envigado. And look at the hills here. I'm like a broken record, but absolutely gorgeous. And look, I can never get over this, but look how clear that water is. We'll get a closer look. What I love too is they have all these places along the river here for Saturday, Sunday picnics. And as you see, they have barbecue places right here. Buenos días. Right over there, they have townhouses. Again, you find a real mix in this city here, from very humble houses to million-dollar homes. So there's quite a mix here. Take another look here along the river. Looks like they're gardening right here. Man. Oh wow. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful. Excelente. Everything grows in this country. So right here we're going to pass and the fire station and police station, and they have a really big precinct here. And what I love about this community is the police. I know some of them. They walk the beat here. They walk through the pueblo. They walk the streets here. For those people who don't know, a lot of the Colombian police are recruited or work from different communities, kind of like the RCMP in Canada. They come from many different places, but I'm sure a lot of them that work here in Retiro love it because they don't have to do a lot of work. There's not a lot of crime that goes on in this city, which is amazing. Again, anything can happen anywhere at any time, but in general, this place is very safe. Again, big. They have a big precinct here. You can see all the motos. And then, I mean, who wouldn't want to spend a Sunday afternoon having a barbecue right here? So right across from where those police are standing there is the, I believe it's the fire station, fire hall, complete with ambulances, as you can see. But yeah, to be honest, don't fear to walk anywhere here. Very, very safe community. And I believe the population here in the Pueblo proper is probably 25 to 30,000 people. And again, a lot of people know each other here. They grew up with each other. Kind of like when I moved to White Rock years ago. It was a smaller community, but now it's a city just outside of Vancouver. By the way, there are places here that will take you horseback riding. I believe it's something like $20 an hour, $25 an hour. Someone from Retiro, let me know in the comments what it costs to go horseback riding for an hour here. And again, today you've all seen one area of the city. Can't see it from here, but on the other side there's like 3 or 4 branches that go out in Retiro into beautiful countryside. What I love about the city here, this is an older gym, but they put in these outside gyms. There's one over by the Cruiser grocery store that's really, really nice. So I love that they do that. So right here, the river cuts off and these houses back onto the river, which I'm sure they're grandfathered in now, but that's something you can't do in Colombia. You need to have a setback of at least 20 meters from the river. But again, these people have been here so long that they were here before the law was probably in place. So, right along here, all these houses here are right up to the river. That's the Transito. You know, it's a bigger little city. when they have their own transit police here. Because a lot of times because they're becoming such a popular little town, a lot of people want to park wherever, and they just can't do that on the weekends. You'll see a little later, it's Sunday afternoon here now, and you're going to see a little later how many people come in on a Sunday afternoon. Again, I'm going to continue to walk along the river here, but then we'll take a peek into the pueblo, just so you can see it on a Sunday afternoon. So right here, got the bus station. The main entrance is over there. And again, from the town of Retiro, you can catch a bus from Mall San Diego. Every 30 minutes a bus will come by. And then if you want to go from here, you can go to the city and you can catch a bus. It's about, I believe, about $3, and you can go to the north or the south terminal. Every 30 minutes one bus goes to the north terminal, and then 30 minutes later you have buses that go to the south terminal. But you can get off anywhere along the way. That's the beauty of the system here. And they have really nice buses too, actually. So let's continue our river walk. We're headed towards the entrance to town. So right here it's really nice. They actually put in flat tile. Over there they have another walk. It's all must have been done 100 years ago. It's all stone and not super comfortable to walk on. That's why I like this here, but I can see the city is really concentrating on the riverfront here and fixing some areas where there's been some cave-ins, and they're doing a fabulous job of the riverfront here. So this was one of the first newer buildings I saw built, I believe 7 or 8 years ago. And now but this is like right in the heart of the pueblo, this building right here. It's gonna be a long video today, but that's okay. You're totally welcome to watch 2 minutes or 1 hour. But a lot of people in the comments actually make it to the end of these videos because, again, they're coming home to Colombia, a lot of Colombians, and they want to see the place they're going to retire. Probably no better place in the whole country. Again, I haven't been to the whole area of the country, but I love Medellín. Obviously, it's where I started, but I love it out here in Retiro even more. And again, probably the two main reasons why I love it out here more is the climate here now is similar to what I experienced in Medellín 15 years ago. In the morning in Medellín, I used to have to put on a jacket because it was cool. And that's Retiro. Again, it's around, I would say, it goes down to normally 15 Celsius to 13 maximum at night. So you can sleep with a down comforter. And during the daytime, we're talking 24 to 25 Celsius. Never really gets above 26 or 27 here. Whereas in Medellín, we're hitting the 30s, low 30s. in the hottest time of year. But this is the perfect area for sports, for biking. I'm shocked there's not more golf courses here. Not a big fan of too many golf courses. But yeah, this would be the ideal climate for golfing or tennis. I'm sure there are other places in the world, but here in Colombia, this is one of the best by far. So we're getting closer to the entrance of town. We're doing everything backwards today, but I really wanted you guys to see the river here and how prominent it is in the city landscape here. Right over there, new project that's just gone in. Actually, I live over in this zone here, up in the hills. For me, this is one of the best areas to live in right here. There's a new ring road. I'll cover that in another video. I think I already did in the Retiro video, but up there's a lot of new developments going in. And then up there you can barely see the sign, a white sign, Colmo. They have a beautiful, beautiful property up there. That's another project going in. Again, as I said, if you guys need any info on any of the projects here, just let us know. A lot of these newer places over here, again, in the price range of, I would say, anywhere from 150, 60 US is possible, I think, but more likely you're looking at 170 to $200,000. These are 2 and 3 bedroom view apartments. That's kind of the price point here. Again, you can find in older projects here, still, I would say places in the $100,000 range is still possible. I had some people commenting that Sabaneta is way cheaper than Retiro, but again, it's all relative. It's absolutely relative here on the zone you're living in and how old the project is. But you can still find places here at the price point of Sabaneta for sure. But again, Sabaneta is definitely a city place. I lived in Aves Maria for 6 months and loved it up there. It's actually in the top part of Sabaneta, the climate is actually very similar to El Retiro, believe it or not. It's that high. The hills there are huge in Sabaneta. And if you're a city person, Sabaneta is a great place. It's pretty crowded for me, but some people love that. Again, you've got Majorca Mall close by and Viva not far, so that's why a lot of people love Sabaneta. But I've turned into more of a rural, outside of town person. Again, from my time in Vancouver also. In Vancouver, I actually I ended up, again, for the Vancouver people who know, my last purchase of a place in Vancouver was literally across the street from Best Buy, Cambie and West 6th in Vancouver. And I loved that apartment because I was so close to the metro. The metro opened up the year that I moved into my place, 2010 during the Olympics. And I loved living there, but when I came here to Colombia, I fell in love with the topography here. Again, I do a lot of photography, so as you can see, this is a photographer landscape, photographer's dream in this country. Again, a lot of the newer projects are going in up on the city skyline right here. You can see another one with a green fence and the dirt is right there. Gracias. What I love, again, everyone here, you can't pass by without them saying Buenos dias or Buenas tardes. People in this town are super friendly. So we are going to circle back and go into town just to give you guys a quick look at what the town center looks like on a Sunday afternoon. Right over here, there's a few good restaurants. There's an 80s style restaurant right here, Resto Bar. And then right beside it, there's a sushi place, believe it or not, in Retiro. Great for Vancouver people, or West Coast people. LA also. And then there's a cafe here, really good fruit store and vegetables right there also. So we are going to go from here to the main town square. I'll catch you in a minute. So I hope you've enjoyed this walk today of Retiro, my hometown, my adopted hometown in Colombia. This is Ian from ExpatCrib, and we'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the view.